the 7 L's of pitching. This is kind of the Cliff Note version, and I'm not going to get into a whole list of mechanical things, but if you can understand the 7 levels or the 7 L's of pitching, you'll have a good grasp of what's important and what's necessary to become the ultimate pitcher. So the first one is to line up. What do we mean by lining up? We mean by lining up that everything, all our energy is going towards the direction intended. So in other words, everything must be going north to south towards home plate initially. We call that squaring up or lining up. So if you draw yourself an imaginary line, you should pretty much be on that line and be directional. Then we have lift and load. Well, lifting the leg, we like to refer to as like riding a bicycle, like you're riding a bicycle backwards. So it's this kind of action, and so you lift and then you load up. Well, loading up means that I throw my hip out first. If I step, I just go out like this. That's not what we want to do. If we stride, that's the proper terminology in terms of loading up. So we lift and load is throwing the hip out and our chin slightly behind our belly button. The problem with most kids is that they lift and they don't load and their head goes with their stride. That's not what we want to do. So that's the load. Number 3L is we want to lengthen. And lengthen refers to lengthen out here. Our elbows are actually going out and opposite, and our stride is going out. The longer, the better, provided we're still in rhythm. So we try to lengthen things out. The 4th L is landing flat. Landing flat means that we land on a flat surface, on a good surface. I don't want to land at 12 o'clock. I prefer 1 o'clock foot placement. I don't want to land outside. I don't want to land inside. And I don't want to land on my heel. Those are all not very good. So when we land, all a foot or flat-footed, where our knee is behind our heel upon landing. We're flexed, and then we firm up. So the landing is very important, where you land and how you land. Number 5 is linked up. We've got to link everything up. Everything's got to be in sync. Everything's got to link up. It's got to be smooth, continuous, controlled, and accelerated movement. It can't be herky-jerk. We also think that number 6 is important, locate the L. And that refers to if we are going to pitch and I'm the hitter, we throw to the L. Up and in, down and in, down and away. We must command that. Up and in, down and in, down and away. And same thing if you reverse it to a lefty. Up and in, down and in, down and away. Locate the L. And then the 7th L is less than 2. You know what that might mean? Less than 2 miles per hour. Whatever pitch we throw, we take 2 miles per hour off, and we must feel that. If you can do that, you're going to throw the hitter's timing off. We know effective velocity, meaning that a pitch that's thrown right down the middle at 85, if you throw it up and in, it's adding 5 miles per hour. If you throw it low and away, it's subtracting 5 miles per hour. But if I miss my spots in terms of location and take 2 miles per hour off, which I've learned in the bullpen, and I felt that, then even if I miss my spots, I still have a good chance that the hitter will be a little late or a little early. And ultimately, I don't want the hitter to be on time. You can be on time one place, one's time. So I want him to be a little early and roll over, or I want him to be a little late and get jammed. So I can do that with 2 miles per hour off any pitch, whether it be a fastball, curveball, or changeup. If I throw an 85 mile per hour fastball, I have to learn how to throw an 83 mile per hour fastball. If I throw a 78 mile per hour cutter, I need to learn how to throw a 76 mile per hour cutter, etc., etc. And I learned how to do that in the bullpen. So, that's it. That's the 7 L's. If you understand the 7 L's, good things are going to happen. Any questions? Very well.